if you always struggle with procrastination and you want to know some of the excuses and justifications that you always use to justify your procrastination, this video is going to be for you. Let's get straight into it. No bullshit, no fluff, no little dilly-daddling. The first one is about educational videos. So when I was younger, I'd always spam the fuck out of educational videos, right? At the fucking dinner table while I was playing. I got dual monitor setup, right? Video games. I don't know if you can see the other monitor, but video games on this one. Educational video on this one, and I can't stress the apostrophes enough. Okay, and it feels so productive, right? And when I say educational, it's just anything beneficial for you. So it's not just like learning like some Veritasium or Vsauce or some shit. It's also like self-improvement content, okay? I spent all my time double dopamine. So I was double dosing on dopamine by playing video games and having like a fucking Hamza video playing at the same time on my monitor. But like, if you think about it intrinsically, was I actually listening to a single fucking word this guy Hamza was saying on my screen? No. Was I absorbing it? No. At like the dinner table, maybe I learned a little if I put on like an educational video, but am I like sitting there with notes actually trying to memorize what I just learned? Not really, no. Let's see. What else do I do? Sometimes I just watch like self-improvement content on my own, right? So I don't have video games. I just like put on self-improvement content. But that's another way of procrastination, because I would put on self-improvement content instead of doing the hard work. So instead of starting the YouTube channel, I would put on a self-improvement YouTube video about, how to start a YouTube channel, top 10 tips for small creators or some shit, instead of actually starting the YouTube channel itself. And you could see how all of these things were just like procrastination methods or dodging methods of dodging like the big work I didn't want to do, or as a means of double doping when I wanted more dopamine. So watching all these like educational YouTube videos, I think isn't that important. Hopefully you're not doing that with my video. Hopefully this isn't fucking on while you play like Subway Surfers or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically the first one, is just binge watching education. So yeah, on the topic of that, if you're serious about this video, okay, full screen it, give it your full attention. So full screen it, get your fucking head out of the comments. I know like 90% of you guys are in the comments or suggested videos right now. Full screen this video. Don't put anything around you or some shit, okay? Just like purely focus on this video if you want it to actually help you. If not, I recommend like, you go do something else. At least don't go like double dopamining, okay? That's very bad. Let's see here. The second one on my script is finishing shit. Okay? So one of the ways I would always procrastinate doing my work is I would say, oh, but I have to finish this. I have to finish that. And it's specifically regarding like movies, TV shows, anime, whatever. So let's say I was watching an episode of like an anime, like fucking Attack on Titan, right? Let's say here's what kept happening, okay? I'm gonna tell you like a little story. This is a scenario that's repeated at least like 100, 200 times throughout my life. And it's wasted me hundreds, maybe even like 1,000 hours, okay? So I'm at the dinner table. I put on an episode of an anime or just a YouTube video, like a long-term YouTube that I'm just watching while I eat, okay? First of all, I already don't think you should do that. If you're at the dinner table with your fucking family, I don't think you should be watching anything. If you have to, maybe watching like a thing to study for a concept you already know is pretty fine. But unless that specific scenario, I recommend you just don't watch anything. I think it's double dosing on dopamine, okay? But what I would do is I would put on something. I put on a YouTube video, an anime, whatever. And by the time I'm done eating my food, I'm not done watching whatever I'm watching. So there's still like 10 minutes left in the anime episode after I'm finished eating my food, right? So what happens is, instead of starting on my work, which I have to do, which I've scheduled in my calendar to do, I would say, oh, but I have to finish the anime. There's 10 minutes left. I have to finish it. I'm not just going to leave it on a cliffhanger, right? And what would keep happening is now I'm wasting time for 10 minutes. I'm off my schedule. And where would I go? Because I'm not going to stay at the dinner table and finish it, okay? What I always would do is I would go to my bedroom, lie down on my bed, get nice and cozy and comfortable, snug as a bug under the covers, and then just finish the anime there. Now the problem with this, the humongous fucking problem, is that now I'm in my bed, the place where my brain associates with procrastination and scrolling. So after I watch an anime and I'm already super cozy and comfortable, and I'm already on the website to like start the next episode, it's so fucking easy for you to just click on the next episode, or if it's a YouTube video, click on like a next YouTube video, let it autoplay instead of just going to do your work. So this was like the devil in my life. This shit has wasted so many hours of my life. Okay, so finishing shit, feeling like you need to I can't talk, bro. Feeling the need to finish things and listening to that urge when you're supposed to be doing work is another very common way of justifying your procrastination. Yeah, so just a little disclaimer. I'm giving you procrastination justifications. I'm not going to give really any practical tips to stop procrastination. Maybe that can come in a different video. But I want you to know that just knowing that these procrastination justifications exist already helps. Because the next time you catch yourself like putting on an educational YouTube video before you go play 2 hours of video games, you're going to be like, oh yeah, Ivan said that this was a dumb thing. Oh, would you look at that? I am doing this. Yeah, I'm not really even going to listen to this. And then this self-actualization is going to help you a little. If you guys are interested, you can comment down below if you want a like full anti-procrastination guide. I can do like maybe I'll try like making a long-term like full guide, like 30-minute long video, because I haven't tried one of those yet. Okay, let's see here. Voice chats excessively. Right. So the next common way of justifying procrastination, I have my first video on this, right? So these are different ones from the first video. The next way I would always procrastinate is through voice calls. So I had a friend that I would help his self-improvement journey. Okay, basically what I'm doing on this YouTube channel, except like more personal, just in voice calls, right? And I always go on voice calls with this friend. But the thing is, I would go on these voice calls to procrastinate. So I wouldn't go in these voice calls with like a mission, right? Like I wouldn't go to these voice calls. I wouldn't like say like, yo, what's up? Let's VC. Saying like, okay, let's check up on his progress. Let's see what he's doing. Let's try and convince him to do this positive habit, or convince him that this bad habit is bad. I would go in with just like my dick in my hands. I had nothing planned. We'd talk a little like fucking like dumb shit. Oh, like how was, your day or something, or like hop on Roblox or some shit. And then maybe after like 30 minutes, we'd start talking about some like actual serious shit that actually meant something and actually had an impact. The second, like, and like the even stupider thing is I was double dosing on this. I would usually have the VC on, right? But my attention span was so fucking fractured, I couldn't just focus on the VC. I had to play fucking Roblox on the side. So I was playing Roblox while talking to this guy. And this wasted so much of my time, okay? Because it felt productive. Like, yeah, I'm helping this guy out, right? And like, yeah, I was. And I was genuinely helping this guy. But I was also wasting hours and hours of my own time. And I was helping him in a way that served like, I was going into these VCs with no purpose, right? I could have achieved the same thing, removed like the voice calls were long, by the way, like hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, right? I could have achieved the same thing with a voice call that's only like 10 minutes long if I was actually short and concise, and if I was actually going into the voice call with the purpose of helping out this dude. So like, for example, what would usually happen is I spend an hour we play video games for like an hour, talking about some dumb shit. We like spill tea for like 30 minutes, and then maybe at the end for the last like 20 minutes I'd be like, oh yeah, how's like fucking this thing going? Oh fuck, for this thing you should be doing this, yada yada yada. What if it's just from the very beginning I just hit a VC just like, yo bro, like how's this going, yada yada. Oh, it's this, oh whatever, I think you should be doing this, yeah, because of X Y reasons. Oh, you're gonna do it, okay, here, I'm gonna give you like this like protocol for you to do or some shit. Okay, bye. Bang, 20 minutes, 2 hours of wasted time all of a sudden just revived up in my day. So catch yourself, see if you're always giving unnecessary voice calls, right? Talking with your friends. I know it seems productive, and even if it's not like a productive thing to do, it seems like it's gonna be really fun and shit, but it's like a lot of times you do this to procrastinate. Let's see here. I'm tired, okay? Now, my first video, I talked about I'm being tired. Whenever you're tired, okay, I'm too tired to do this, or I'm too tired to do that. Obviously, that's a big procrastination justification. In this video, I want to talk about specifically for sleep. And the reason I want to talk about this is because this happened to me this morning. So it's very, very fresh and relatable. Okay. This morning, I don't know what it was about oh yeah. I decreased my sleep from 9 hours to 8 hours and 30 minutes because I wanted more time to read. So this is going to be a new thing to try out. I don't know if it's because of that, but I woke up this morning feeling very tired-ish, okay? And another thing that happened was I couldn't end up waking at 5:30 because I don't know, I think I slept through my alarm because I was so tired or something. So I woke up at like 6 and my alarm is like blaring out, right? And when I woke up at 6, I was super groggy and super tired, and I like stayed in my bed for literally like 10 minutes, scrolled at my phone a little before I then got up and started my like morning routine. So I already wasted 30 minutes because I didn't wake up on time because I slept through my alarm, which I don't like super blame myself. If I slept through my alarm, I don't super blame myself. The part that fucking sucks that I have to take accountability for is that the 10 minutes after waking up, I was feeling too tired and too groggy and the beds were too comfortable. I just stayed in my bed and I like scrolled for 10 minutes. So being tired, specifically when you wake up, is like a super dangerous thing to do, okay? If you're tired and groggy when you wake up, and it's comfortable in your bed, right? It's very comfortable, provided you don't have to like go like piss your pants or some shit. You're very likely to stay in your bed and just like scroll, even for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's very unlikely for you to just like perk up and go do your shit. That's why I recommend having a very good night routine, very good morning routine, and making everything very standardized and consistent. I have a bunch of sleep videos. You can check those out if you want to. Okay, the last justification is deliberating. So this is also kind of fresh because around, I think, a week ago, what happened was I was scripting 2 really hard videos to script, okay? You haven't seen them yet. And you might not see them for a while because I planned for them to be higher production-ish. But I was scripting these 2 really, really hard videos. And these 2 videos are pretty hard to script, okay? They're not like this video, okay? This video is kind of easy, more procrastination justifications. I know what I'm going to be talking about. Those videos is a lot more big, like a big abstract concept, okay? And what I kept doing, like it's been a week, so I can reflect on what I was doing back then. What I realized I was doing was I would script for a little bit, right? And then I'd stand up and be like, oh no, the script isn't right. I'd stand up, I walk out of my room, and I could just go think for like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Now this might be good. You're saying like, oh Ivan, you were thinking about the problem. How the fuck is this bad? How are you procrastinating, right? But here's the thing. This is why it's like a justification, right? The justification, it's not easy to tell whether you're truly procrastinating or you're actually like working towards the goal. First of all, I could have kept scripting. I could have sat here and kept thinking, okay? I didn't have to stand up and walk out of my room. That's like the first like red flag, okay? The second red flag is I started asking like my fucking like family or some shit, just like making conversations like, oh yeah, if you're doing this, like what would you do for this, right? That's the second thing. I started wasting time in that aspect. And then eventually, after like 10, 15 minutes, I just whipped out my phone and just started playing fucking Clash Royale. Okay? So that's how you know that like deliberating over this hard decision was actually me procrastinating. It wasn't actually just me like truly deliberating. Because if I was truly deliberating, I wouldn't have done all this like dumb shit. I wasted time, right? This is a hard one. Dude, it's so fucking hot, bro. Oh my god. Okay, this is a harder one because because you know, it's hard to tell. It very much blurs the line between like actually making progress to your goals, like valuable thinking, and just productively procrastinating. So you feel productive, but you're not actually getting any work done. By the way, I literally forgot everything I used in that deliberation session. Like whatever I was thinking of, I did not write down. I did not make a note of. Okay, so these are all like red flags. These are signs you have to look out for when you do shit. If you're deliberating and you're thinking about a problem and you notice that you're like not even writing down the things you say, if you say something good, you're just doing a bunch of like side quests, you know what I'm saying? You like go upstairs, you use the washroom, whatever. You do a bunch of side quests, you get food, you refill your water bottle. You know, you start like doing other things, right? You like maybe go to your bed to think, or you maybe like go talk to your family, which is the way I procrastinate often. You kind of can tell that deliberation session is just you procrastinating and not you actually working towards your goal. But that's basically it. 5 more procrastination justifications. You can watch my first video. The first video, honestly, I think the ones over there are a lot like more common because this is like the second one, so I have to find a bunch of new shit. But yeah, this is everything. If you like this video, you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. If you got any like specific problems you need help with, whatever, yada yada yada, leave them out in the comments. I'm very happy to help. I'm telling you, I'm very, very happy. Like, please, if you have any problems or things you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments because it's just a free video idea for me. I have to do no scripting, whatever. It's just very clean and simple. So yeah, make sure to do that. Like and subscribe, smash like, whatever, yada yada yada. Bye guys.